Welcome back to Snoots Gaming. I'm your host Snoots, and we are back today with Empires of the Undergrowth. Before we begin today, I have a little bit of a special announcement that I'd like to go over with everyone. I reached out to the developers of Empires of the Undergrowth, Slug Disco, asking essentially permission for early access to the game. To the new patch that's coming. And yesterday morning I woke up to a delightful email from Liam, one of the lead developers, essentially granting me access to the beta. So, yay! Tomorrow I'm planning on having 2 brand new videos for you. This is not going to be a common occurrence. It is a special video going over the first 2 challenges for the new leafcutter ants. So tomorrow the patch launches, and I'm already going to have the videos up and ready to roll. So if you have any questions about the campaign, you can refer to my new videos. I'm so excited. All right, well, with that announcement out of the way, let's get to today's video, which is going to be going over the Formicarium challenge number 1, and let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, if you remember last time, we went ahead and built up a couple little places here for some extra soldier ants, and I do want to make one quick change here. We're going to remove that little path there, and in its, come on guys, remove those, and we're going to put down 2 more worker ants, so that way the split group becomes one big group. There we go. Alright, we're back up to full food. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both groups into group 1, and we're going to go ahead and get started on this challenge. Ignore that. Excuse me. Ignore that I am currently have the beta version installed, so ignore those challenges above there. We're going to go ahead and get started with Formicarium challenge number 1. Alright, and let's go ahead and play this level.
I think it is time we connected the outworld to the feeder colonies. I want to see how these ereptors respond under pressure.
I will prepare the experiment.
Let's begin with a small threat.
Connecting the Fusca colony now. I will let 10 through to start with.
Alright, so for these Formicarium challenges, the scientists are going to go ahead and release in certain threats into our Formicarium to see how our ants respond. Now, we have a sizable amount of ants here, so I feel pretty confident we're going to be able to do well.
The Ereptors identified the threat and responded very quickly.
Excellent. Let's see how they handle a few more, shall we?
Introducing 20 Formica Fusca ants.
And as you go through this challenge, it gets progressively harder. And we all kind of learn something about the characters. The female scientist tends to be very absent. She tends to leave a lot in these challenges. And the male scientist, well, he's not a very nice guy, I'll say that.
Our Ereptors have neutralized the threat to their queen.
Good. Continue the experiment and let me know the results. Don't add more than 30 ants at once, though. We don't want to harm the queen.
Understood. I wonder how they will react to a rival Ereptor colony. Introducing 40 rival Ereptor ants.
Didn't she just say don't add more than 30, sir? That's not nice. And here they come. So with this particular mission, the main point is going to be making sure you have a large store of food and that you have plenty of extra helper ants for your queen.
Introducing a further 50 rival Orepta ants.
Wow, 50. That's about as many as I have. But we have a tight corridor, and that gives us an advantage. Also, we got a territory advantage because this is our house. You got this. Come on, Snoot boys. Thankfully, they come in so slow that it's just not that much of a problem.
Fascinating. Now let's try 60 Orepta ants.
Oh, come on, man. 60 is double the amount she said was okay. But thankfully, we have a very large stockade of food. So I'm not worried about our ants running out anytime soon, as long as our helper ants can keep putting out these eggs. There we go. Ooh, that's a bunch of them. You got this, boys.
A superb response.
Now here comes the hard part.
You're doing admirably, my Oreptas. Perhaps a small reward. Look to the surface. What about a combination of Orepta and Fusca? Let's start with 20 of each.
So now we're going to have two different types of ants coming in all at once. And it's just going to get progressively harder and harder. Thankfully, though, we have just enough numbers in our colony to where I don't believe that this is going to be a major issue.
An unconventional defense, yet highly effective. It's interesting to see the colony fight on two fronts. Perhaps we should try 30 of each.
Oh boy, that's a lot of ants. 60 in total, and these black ants are a lot tougher than the red ones. They got much larger health. They got larger health pools, and so they stick around a lot longer. But the red ants do a bit more damage. Thankfully, Snooty boys take home the W.
Once again, our Oreptas triumph. Some seeds on the surface for my succeeding Oreptas. Gather them quickly.
Is that all you got, sir? Come on, Mr. Scientist. What do you got for us now?
The colony's ability to withstand such overwhelming assaults is incredible. I wonder, how will they handle a sustained flow of aggressors?
Okay. So, good news. We're in the final stage of the challenge. bad news is, these ants will not stop coming, and there's a few more surprises coming up. So we're gonna pull our ants back just a little bit, because we need the swarm advantage. Yep, come on. Second line back
Let's
here.
make things a little more interesting, shall we? Enter the Devil's Coach Horse.
Oh. Yeah, just a bunch of beetles. But they're dying like flies. Like, really fast. Except, that's not the only catch. Because...
Whoops! I seem to have dropped my beetles. I hope they don't harm the little ants.
oh no. That's a big double coach horse beetle. Like a big one. Come on, Snooty Boys, I believe in you. Good job. And he dropped 2 more in. Alright, come on. You got this.
Perhaps that's enough for now.
Alright. So, the reason we put this marker back here some is because there's no way we're going to be able to keep fighting through all of that. So, if you put your marker behind where your ants are fighting, any new respawns will stay at that marker and won't move ahead. It's a good way to kind of ration out your soldier ants. There we go. Good job, boyos.
How has the colony been responding?
They mounted an excellent defense against 20, 25, and even 30 Fusca ants, as you suggested.
Perfect. Perhaps we can provide more of a challenge for them next time.
Liar.
Fantastic suggestion.
Such a liar. That was way more than 25 ants. Alright guys, we did it. So we're going to take the extra royal jelly. And boom. Ton of seeds just dropped in for us. We have a lot of food. But
Let's see how the colony grows.
Ignore
over the next
that.
few days.
Now that they have experienced battle, I expect to see a significant rise in the number of soldiers.
so a couple of videos ago, I sent out, I asked everyone to comment on which type of wood ant they would like us to pick up. Well, I received a video response sent directly to me by a very, very enthusiastic fan who said that we should do the rapid fire ants. So we're going to go ahead and pick these up for him. Confirm that. And we don't have enough royal jelly for anything else, but I think it would be a good idea for us to go ahead and start upgrading our our black ants. So now we can go ahead and level all of our black ants up to level 3. So we'll go ahead and get that done now. We have a lot of food, so I'm not worried about how much this will cost. Go. We'll split up into 2 different forces, grabbing all of this food here. And we're just gonna slowly start getting these guys upgraded. Look at all that glorious food. let's go ahead and get our first wood ants getting started here.
The Eruptor workers have raised their first Formicarium ant.
Incredible. I wasn't sure it was even possible.
And there he is! Yay! Well, she, technically. They're all females. Alright, we're just going to spend the rest of today's episode upgrading and setting up our wood ants here. And getting us to a nice happy place to get started on the next set of missions. Which I will be doing on first normal, medium difficulty. And then we'll be doing a challenge run through with insane mode and challenge mode both turned on. Then from there, we have a second Formicarium challenge that we will be undertaking. And trust me, this one was a walk in the park compared to the next one. And well, for information on some of the other things that are coming out tomorrow, you'll have to tune in tomorrow for that. Needless to say, though, I am very excited. This new patch is amazing. I've spent all morning playing it, and honestly, just if you don't have this game already, just go pick it up. It's $20. It's on Steam. It's not very intense on a computer, so a lot of different types of computers can play it. You don't have to have a high-end computer like mine to play this. And the game's a lot of fun. And you can have your own little Formicarium and run your own little ants. See if you can beat my scores that I post up at the end of every little section. Be very curious to see how you guys do. So, just for everyone who has played the game, if you have a really nice high score for a mission, go ahead and put that in the comments below. Let me know. Give me something to strive for, something to try to beat. Come on, just a little bit. There we go. Alright, all that food has been gathered, so let's send group number 1 down here. Group number 2 still gathering food over here. Just look at them go. Alright. Now, one thing I do want to show you guys is I'm a big fan of the fact that they do use dimorphism in the game. So I'm going to get all these guys upgraded to level 3, and then I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Because these guys will be level 1, and you'll be able to see the soldier ants side by side. There's a very visible difference. Come on. There we go. Alright. So, I'm trying to see if I can find a frame. Oh, wait, that's right, because they're in 2 separate groups. Alright, but if you take a look, we have the tier 1 ant versus like a tier 2 or a tier 3 soldier ant. There's a visible difference, and it's a lot of fun to see that in a game. Alright, so these 3 aren't going to upgrade all the way, so I'm going to go and put 2 more down, and then we're going to upgrade them all. Except it's not going to upgrade because I have to do this. You know what? We have enough. We're going all the way to the wall. Alright, and we're going to put those tiles there. Alright, and we are maxed out on our population. So what that means is we need to win more Formicarium challenges, not allow us to have a higher population. But we're going to upgrade as much of these black soldier ants as we can. Let's see, how much food do we still have left available to us? We're starting to run out. It's not the worst thing in the world, because the more challenges we do, the more food we get, the more upgrades we can do. And all of this is in preparation for the next Formicarium challenge, which is not easy. Like, at all. I think the first time I had to do it, it took me all day to figure out the right setup for a Formicarium. Alright, well, I think that's about as much as we're going to get to today. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Just a reminder, tomorrow I have 2 very special videos coming out. It is the beta leaf cutter, the release of the leaf cutter patch, and it's going to be my playthrough of the first 2 missions. So I'm going to schedule those to come out at 5 a.m. tomorrow, my time. Please join us then. It's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing all of you. If you like the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and you can join our notification squad and get notified whenever I publish a video. Feel free to like, comment, and share. Every little bit helps. And I will see you guys tomorrow.